Hello gang. Today I'm going to complete a little three-part series on the genius of Ian Anderson's songwriting. Today I'm going to focus on meter and odd measures that he frequently uses. This became apparent very early on in his compositions, and it makes for a challenging time trying to sing and play his songs, trying to sing and play them at the same time. I'm going to start off with a song that's kind of different from the catalog in general, Living in the Past. Now, somewhere I read, some obscure reference I read, said that this song was composed to get on the radio. And to me, it kind of sounds that way. Jethro Tull at the time was getting a lot of deserved recognition and interest in their live shows, and if you saw them live during this era, they were incredible. But back then, airplay on the radio was a major driver of record sales. So I read that someone in the management suggested that Ian write a song that could get airplay on the radio. And to me, once again, it sounds that way, that it was written for the radio. Now the song is in 5/4 time. Smiling, walk a mile to drink your water. You know I'd love to love you, and above you there's no other. We'll go walking out while others shout of war's disaster. Oh, we won't give in, let's go living in the past. So there you have a very interesting song. It's very clever in the movement around to different keys. It's a song in 5/4 time, which I don't think there were many songs on the radio, at least that I know of, popular songs at the time that were in 5/4 time. Dave Brubeck had a hit with Take 5 a little bit earlier in the 60s. Living in the Past was Jethro Tull's highest rated single of all time, if you didn't know that. But I think a lot of Tull fans might think that it doesn't quite fit into the rest of the catalog. The next song I'm going to look at is The Whistler, which is another song that got airplay. This song is, the intro and the verses are in 6/8 time, and the chorus and the 10 whistle breaks are in 4/4 time. This song moves seamlessly between very odd key changes, which is another strange thing about it. I'm always kind of amazed that these songs got airplay on the radio. He did a very clever thing in the studio on this. He actually played the intro and verses with the capo on the 4th fret, and then for the verses and 10 whistle breaks, he moved it down to the 3rd fret, and then they spliced them together in the studio. Let's start off the intro and the verse in 6/8 time. So let's look at the intro. I have to think of the verses of this as 4/4 time with 8th note triplets. I have to think of it that way to be able to play it and sing it, and I'll explain that here. But let's start off the intro in 6/8 time. So I think we can hear that clearly 6/8 time for the intro. When he starts singing the verses, I have to think of it, like I say, in triplets of 8th notes to be able to play it. I think standard, if you were to write it out for somebody, it would stay in 6/8 time. At least that's what I'm told by a friend of mine who knows a lot more about this than me. But what I have to start thinking of this is in triplets. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So you can see that's how I have to think of it. I'll buy you 6 bay mares to put in your stable, 6 golden apples bought with my pay. I am the first, and so on. I am the first piper who calls this sweet tune, but I must be gone by the 7th day. He adds an extra measure there, 1, 2, 3. So you have to count it up to 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, and then into the chorus. So like I say, he cleverly moved the capo down to get into the chorus. So come on, I'm the whistler. And I can't, it's out of my range to sing, but so yeah, we've all of a sudden modulated to a different key. And the strumming pattern of this, all the major things are on a downstroke with the strum. So the easiest way to strum this would be and some covers of this that I've seen, that's the way they strum it. But listen to the record and tell me if this isn't the strumming pattern, which is infinitely more difficult, I think. So the reason that's more difficult is just the tempo of the song. But take a listen. Tell me what you think. So then, when it gets to the 10 whistle break, he modulates again. I whistle along on the 7th day. So we've modulated again from here down to here for the break, and then play this like you would a Celtic jig, sort of. And then it goes back into that minor thing. But once again, they cleverly did that in the studio. If you watch the promotional video that they recorded for this, he's just strumming this minor chord here without the capo moved up. But the giveaway is when he gets to this chord, as you can tell that he's playing it up here. Because otherwise you would have to play it, you would have to play that for that chord, and there's no way that he did that. It does modulate in that 10 whistle part, you know, the second half of it, when he does it the second and third repetitions. And then another crazy modulation from here to there. And then he destroys us by doing one of those strums on the offbeat. He goes, when he modulates up to this one, he goes. So there he's going 1 and 2, 3, 1 and. I talked about another song that was early in their career I did a tutorial on recently, and that was Just Trying to Be. There was a time when you were so... Boy, I have the hardest time singing that and trying to think about those changes, because it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it's measures of 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4 with a bar of 4, 4 in between. And that continues through the entire song. So that's really a crazy odd measure. If we take a look at Jack in the Green, another great song off the Songs from the Wood album, which is in 6/8 time with a bar of 2/4 in between connecting them, and that makes it a bit challenging. So you can think of this in waltz time: 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and then into the verse. Have you seen the Jack in the Green with his long tail hanging down? So that's what I mean. He's doing 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So that odd measure continues through the whole song and makes it a little bit difficult. So there are several places where he just does a bar of 1/4 in between there, like, we are the berries on the holly tree. Oh, the mistle thrush is coming, Jack, put out the light. Crazy how it all seems natural, but it's so strange from a rhythm standpoint. Oh, the mistle thrush is coming, Jack, put out the light. I will mention that the riff in Velvet Green is in a 7/4, and then there's a bar of 6 in between. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So that a lot of his riffs are in odd meter like that. Let's just take a look at one more song, the great holiday sort of sounding song, Solstice Spells, from the Songs from the Wood album. Very festive, you know, but there is some 7/4 in there. Now is the solstice of the year. Winter is glad on that year. 7 maids bloom 7 times. I think you can clearly hear that those verses are in 7/4, and then it reverts just to 4/4 for the chorus. Ring out these bells, ring out, ring solstice bells, ring solstice bells. I love on the opening how he just simply does that major scale down. You know, that's the same scale as... It just has such a festive sound to it, to me. So there you go. That's a little bit about the meter and odd measures that Ian uses, and I hope you find that informative and useful, maybe in learning these tunes. And have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.